Come on guys, let's be honest. We knew this video was inevitable. Akuma, one of the legendary Street Fighter or fighters in video game history. You know I had to do a video on him if I did a video about Chun-Li and freaking Ryu, right? A lot of people be mad at me if I did. How strong is Akuma? Akuma's one of those characters like doesn't like weak opponents. He doesn't want to fight you at your weakest. He wants to fight you at his best. He's got a tough, cold mentality. And he just got a warrior type of mindset in his dark and savageness. Today we'll be analyzing how strong is Akuma. Oh boy, let's go. He has some of the most flashier feats compared to other Street Fighter characters. And a lot of characters in the Street Fighter verse that I analyzed are strong because of scaling to be able to fight him. Like for example, the reason why Ryu's so impressed when it comes to his attack power is the fact that he can match the attack power of Akuma because the Akuma has some of the best inanimate object feats. But let's get right into it. Akuma is a self-proclaimed master of the fist, claiming that his fist know no equal. He actually challenged his brother, Goken, and actually evidently killed him, who was very powerful in his own right and important for skilling in his video. He will not fight weaklings. He needs to fight people that are at least equal to power or more powerful than him because he doesn't want to crush rats beneath his feet. You know what I mean? He wants to actually fight a real worthy opponent. Akuma is one of those characters where he's so savage. He mastered this technique called the murderous intent, aka the Satsu no Hado, is where you channel anger and rage to tap in this new form of power. It increases everything, your speed, strength, durability, etc. Blast power, striking power, all that craziness. A lot of characters in this verse don't like to do this because it's like, you know, you kind of lose yourself in the process, but Akuma doesn't mind, and he's still kind of able to maintain his selfness because he's kind of like a savage anyway. Meaning that Akuma does actually have different modes and different forms, some would say. You got base form, you got his other form known as Shin Akuma, and then he even has a higher form that's even crazier than this, known as Oni Akuma, which I've always said looks like Super Android 13 from Dragon Ball Z. Let's be honest, he looks like the Super Android 13 from Dragon Ball Z, Oni Akuma. Yeah, but all these forms are ridiculous in power. His base form by itself is already ridiculous in power. Then he has two modes on top of it. It's like power level stackers like Super Saiyan forms, stuff like that. Being a Street Fighter character, he has a wide array of moves that are similar to the Hadoken, like energy projection type style. And of course, the classic moves similar to Shoryuken. They call it the Great Rising Fist. Basically the Hurricane Kick known as the Tatsumaki, like other Street Fighter characters have. Zanku Hadoken, where he shoots two Hadokens while he jumps in the air. He's one of the few characters in this verse that uses this as part of his fighting style. He pretty much embeds his fist in flames, like and shoots fire at it. He can use his energy to create flames that way. Flame around his fist, that type of thing. Known as the Demon Flip, one of his many techniques. Probably a game mechanic, but he has this move where he kind of like levitates and becomes like intangible for a split second while he's in this animation. Some call it incorporeal, like, or ghosty, like you can't really hit him like this. He does a supercharged version of the Hadoken where it's like flaming energy type of thing, like it's extra powered up. He has supercharged version of that where he jumps in the air and shoots energy blast from the top. He does like a triple uppercut, like I showed before. He do advanced version of the Tatsumaki. His move known as the Raging Demon, which can kind of ignore durability, where it kind of attacks your soul if you don't free yourself from this intent. It can be really deadly. This is one of them techniques where it's kind of like a hacks, so you need to be pure-hearted. One could debatably say if you're a dark character, he could have your number. It can evidently be countered by entering the state of nothingness in this verse, power of nothingness. Naturally, he has this move called the Wrath of the Raging Demon, one of the super powerful move where it just messes you up, attacks your soul, and then everything in the process. He even have this move known as the Demon Armageddon. It's where he does like a ridiculous like spin kick. As you can see here, raw power. Yeah, those moves more focus on smashing your opponent's face in, right? Yeah, he has enough power to just completely level a wide forest. There's this like occasion where Ryu is fighting Bison like they've always fought, and then Akuma comes and steps in. As you can see, energy blast projection style. Might I add that Akuma has fought Ryu and Ken at the same time, you know, before Ryu got his power-ups and stuff like that. That type of thing. Showing his level of power on a consistent basis. Ryu and Ken are no joke in their own right. This would also mean that he should be above characters like Gen, who has fought Ryu as well. Gotta respect it. Even Seth, a being that has multiple powers. Even characters like Bison. So basically Akuma has like got the advantage over some of the best fighters in Street Fighter. So that's very important for scaling, considering what a lot of these characters have done. I mean, you got characters like Chun-Li who can kick massively faster than the eye can see. They're superhuman in their own right. I even have a Chun-Li video to shoot that she can literally kick through tanks. Like literally break apart tanks with her kicks. It's only natural that he's fought characters like Goken, his brother, somebody who's extremely powerful. They went at it back to back. He's fought characters like Oro in fights. Oro is a being that usually holds himself back. By the way, he was blasted out of a volcano to the other side and he was fine. Look how far he was able to take being kicked by Goken, that is. He was able to punch this volcano and like literally ride the eruption. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, that's his other form. Oh, I'm skipping ahead, my bad. Do I even need to mention all the fights he's had with Ryu? Like literally all their fights. Not to mention he can just casually destroy ships. You know, just ships. Like really though. Satsu no Hado Raging Demon. Like literally he's fought like a lot of the major characters. Like Seth, Soul Destroyer and everything. Oh, as Shin Akuma, by the way, one of his other modes is like all that stuff I showed you was like in the base form other than when he was blue and stuff. You know, I get to the blue form in a bit. He was able to destroy this meteorite in Shin Akuma state, like a Super Saiyan form for himself. So, oh snap, let me rewind right quick. I just showed you what he can do with Shin Akuma. What about if I showed you in his base form, his attack power? Oh boy. A form weakened in Shin Akuma, he can do stuff like this. Just to give you an idea of Akuma's raw power, look what he does to this island. Literally shows the striking ability to be able to level an island with multiple mountains on it to the point where Ryu was literally in water afterwards. He literally destroyed the whole thing with a single blow, crumbling around him. This feat is insane because not only did he destroy the entire island, completely destroyed it and everything, but to make it worse, he literally destroyed an island that had multiple mountains on it. Easily his best mode when he was in Oni Akuma. He evidently destroyed a bird with his mere presence. This definitely looks like some Super Saiyan stuff. I'll be killing these birds Oni. That's not fair. Tell me he doesn't look awesome though. I showed this earlier, but I want to show this again to really hammer it home on how powerful Akuma is. Literally is able to do this. Talk about attack power. Look at that. Cause a volcano erupt. Look at that big explosion. Boom. Okay, remember how earlier I showed you how he fought Gen, Bison, and Oro, those type of characters? Those characters are very powerful and very important to the lore in their own right. Akuma would kind of scale above them, right? Even in his base form. I mean, sheesh. Remember, characters like Gen are people that have taught Chun-Li how to fight. This is the thing about Bison. He's very, very fast. He can move at speeds like comparable to this laser, evidently, right? Speeds are faster than I can see. Not to mention that Bison can fight base Ryu, who should be comparable when it comes to raw attack power. For real though, there was this time that Bison, you know, scientific in nature, used Ryu's energy that was in Ryu to blast away a city with nuclear type of attack power. Akuma is above or comparable to these type of beings, right? In his base form without going to Oni. Right? And naturally, being similar to Ryu, he should be able to do stuff like this, lifting hundreds of tons, right? Obviously. And this is how powerful Akuma's brother is. Seriously, this guy needs to be resurrected. I want to see more of this guy. Like combining different Hadokens into one. A form I would personally like to see more in the lore, especially like a movie with this in it would be dope. Only Akuma is a beast. Probably his best form, looking like Super Android 13. Can do all the same moves, but just magnified, basically. Gotta love it. Like I said, like the Raging Demon Steel, yeah. Get hurt. You're not safe even in the air. Yeah, just can do straight up energy blasts, do double ones. Everything's just gonna crack in this mode. Yeah, even in the air, you're not safe. In the air. I mean, just think about what he's done in his base form, man. These moves are just all of that on mega crack. His base form can just like live on an island with multiple mountains on it. So imagine how hard these hits hurt. Like, goodness. For all we know, he could be able to level a country. For all we know, shoot. Oh yeah, by the way, he was actually on Tekken, for those that are curious. Yeah, I know, right? Legendary fighting character, that is. That's how it is. That is just about going to wrap it up. So far, yeah, he has pretty much the most flashy feats in Street Fighter, if I'm being honest. Causing a big nuclear type explosion, pretty much causing a forest to erupt. He's fought all the major powerhouses, like in lower forms than Oni Akuma. Oni Akuma is strong in all these forms. You saw what Shin Akuma can do, level a meteor. It's just ridiculous. He's fought all the major fighters like Ryu, Ken, even fought Ryu and Ken at the same time. Even Bison, characters like that are like seed busting level when it comes to their shattering or striking power, their kicking power, their punching power. Their blasting power can level an entire city. So that's absolutely crazy. Akuma's able to do this stuff in his base form, which absolutely makes it even more ludicrous. You're probably wondering why I'm not bringing up the elephant in the room, you know, the events of Azura's Wrath, the video game. Now, I would bring this up. Yeah, I know Capcom is involved with both of these games, so it's is it canon or not? It's like up in the air, so that's why I'm not really using it. I just know Street Fighter stuff is canon for sure, right? But if I were to say this stuff is canon, that would automatically put Akuma in his base form in the solar system ranges. I'm just saying, I mean, he fought freaking Azura in his base form. I mean, Odin Akuma is even higher than that. I mean, if we was to take that seriously, I mean, that would really boost the entire versus power level. But that's up for you to even, you know, if you want to count that or not. I personally won't count it just for safety reasons. But if this dude Akuma appears in another Azura game, which probably won't happen because you know the ending of Azura, then yeah, maybe we could. But yeah, more than likely it ain't. Yeah. Respect Akuma regardless. He's fought every major character known to man. Really dope fighting style. And he's not a punk. He wants to fight actual worthy foes. Can we just imagine if this was canon though, guys? This would really boost the entire verse, like to astronomical levels of power to be able to fight Azura like this. Look what they did to the freaking moon, guys. are you freaking kidding me, dude? $500 years of fighting, guys. But guys, that's just about going to do it. Make sure you check out my other videos about Akuma. He's an absolute monster and he should be respected. And he's definitely made a name for himself in the fighting game community. And he's respected in the fighting game community and lore for a good reason. He has a lot of lore, flashy feats and stuff to back it up. He's fought all the major characters, Ryu, Ken, Bison, Gin, and even Goken. So what else can you say? Base form can level islands, Shin Akuma can level meteors, and even higher in Oni Akuma state. Only person he really got handled by was really cared is like Gil, who messed up like Ryu and Akuma at the same time. Gil is overpowered. Don't ask. Even in Oni state, yeah. How can I forget to bring this up? Oh, he also battled Evil Ryu when Ryu was like kind of like in the mode he was in, like fully submerged in the Satsu no Hado, like Oni Akuma. They battled for quite a while in quite a few panels. But if I gotta be honest, it was a very close fight, and I like Akuma's design. He just looks dope, like a brawly type character ways, how huge he is. They're doing video game moves and everything and finishing moves from the game in the comic and everything. I enjoy like little epicness and touches like this. They're kind of destroying the rocks below their feet and stuff like that. Completely stalemating each other in this occasion here. But guys, I think I'm going to see you guys next time. Make sure you check out those playlists to see other video game characters I've done. I'm doing a lot of video game characters recently, and you guys are inspiring me to do more because I'm getting some good feedback. So I will see you guys next time. Respect Akuma, one of the legendary fighters from video games in history. I'll see you guys next time. Check out them playlists, description, affiliate links, and everything. Description below. I want to see you guys here again. I'll see you.